Hello, my name is Ray Guerin, guitarist here in Brooklyn, New York, and I play guitar on recordings for splay joint retrofit valves. And this video is going to be about, I want people to memorize 2 triads on the guitar, and we're going to stick to the key of C major. I want people to focus on the A minor chord, A, C, E, and also the C major chord, C, E, G. I think these 2 triads offer perfect point, a jumping off point to memorizing the other fret areas, memorizing the other fret notes, any notes that are sharped or flatted, so it's a little easier to keep track of. If you know that this is a C note, 3rd fret of the 5th string, the A string, then if this is a C, this would be a C sharp. This would be a D. So we have a reference point. So we begin piecing them together that way instead of trying to focus on a whole bunch of notes at first. If you can identify 4 different notes all over the fretboard, it's a fantastic start. I want to focus on notes, or specifically these triads. They come out of the caged system, and they're going to be inversions of the same chord. We're going to use that to learn notes on the fretboard. So I want you to take the A minor triad shapes. A minor spells ace. All right, that's an A minor chord. It's easy to remember because it spells ace. Now I can put these in any configuration that I want. Another way, of course, would be, I'll put a graphic up on the screen here instead of this. These are triad inversions. So we see here we can do A, C, E, C, E, A, C, A, E, E, C, A, E, A, C. If I missed one, I think you know what I'm doing here. Let's have a look. All right, I'm going to quickly go over the A minor scale here. Focus on this area here, the 5th fret. We're going to start off with 1, 3, 4 and 1, 3, 4. So on the E string and the A string, we're going to play from the 5th fret 1, 3, 4, which is A, B, C. Next string 1, 3, 4, D, E, F. Next string you have a choice, but it's going to be 1, 3, stretch 4. That's where you're going up 2 frets instead of 1. You can also use the 2nd finger here, 1, 2, 4. G, A, B, C, D. 1, 3. Only 2 notes that string. Next string is going to be 1, 2, 4. And that's E, F, G. I'm going to put some reverb on this. 1, 2, 4. And then we're going to end on the A. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, D, E, F, G, A, all right, we all know this A minor shape. There's another A minor, A, C, E. There's another A minor. Here is an addition to that A minor. So A, C, E, A. Here we have an A, C, E. E, A, C. There's an A minor. Here's an A minor. A, C, E. So again, and then of course we can arpeggiate it, A, C, E. And anytime we come to an A, C, E, we're going to play it, for now, we're just going to play it like this. A, C, E. My next A, C, E is right here. And again, I can just keep the same fingering. Perfect. Next one is right here, A to the A here. So 1, 4, 3. Anybody that does sweep picking, I sometimes use my first fingernail to sweep pick as well. We can go right down the minor chord. Sloppy. Anyway, you get the idea. So if you memorize all of these notes, they have no sharps or flats. And if I know that this is A, B, C, I would know that this next note up is an A sharp, and this would be a B, obviously, and next note is a C. Next note up would be a C sharp. These give you a pretty good reference point. I would suggest not moving on until, say, the first two parts of the scale is completely memorized and committed to memory. But do one octave at least. Memorizing all the note names, all the fret notes, and as long as you never forget them after that, they're a fantastic foundation for knowing what lies between the frets you already know. The same is going to apply for a C major chord, C, E, and G, and that's it, root, third, fifth. And I'll write out the various ways that we can spell this chord, its various inversions. So you see the same exact process here, all the different variations of how we can spell C, E, G. Again, we can put them in any order that we want, and a lot of that depends upon the song or depends upon how you're arranging a song. And depending on how you play them, they have a distinct character of their own. All right, let's take a familiar shape we all know. The C major chord starts on a C. So at least know this note, C, and this note, C. Start there. We're going to go C through C. C, D, E, F, G, A, open B, C. Backward, C, B, A, G, F, E, D, C. So even just beginning with that simple little bit will take you a long way. If I know this is an E note, second fret of the D string, and I never forget that, it makes it easier to fill in other notes on a C chord. Let's move on to a different fingering of the C major scale. So we would go 2-4, 1-2-4, 1-3. So we're going to shift from A, B, and then we're going to move to first finger on the C, 5th fret. And we're going to continue up C, D, 1-3. Next string 1-2-4, which is E, F, G. Next string is A, B, C. So you learn this fingering. You learn how to shift quickly on one string. Sometimes when tabs say play a C major, they may just give you this C major, when clearly this one was the one that was meant. E, G, C, E. Here's another one, G, C, and E. That's a C major chord, 5th, root, and 3rd. Another one will be C, E, and G. And those notes all come from this C chord, or this C. However you want to voice that, however you want to finger this is fine. Again, by stripping off a finger at a time. Sorry for the out-of-tuneness. And that's part of it as well. Here's another one. E, G, C. Which is an extension of this whole bar chord. Think of this tiny bit as sort of the child of the parent, which is this big chord. But we can break off pieces to emphasize different parts of that chord. So there's the baby, the older sibling, the oldest sibling, and then the parent. Weird analogy, but I hope it helps. We're just simply taking away almost different floors of the building here. If this bar chord were a building, we can just keep removing stories, so to speak. And then we're left with C. The next shape is the same as the D major shape, except up here it's going to be starting at the 12th fret of first finger, which is a G. And just a standard D major shape. And that's why they call that caged. So we're using the D major shape. And here's one. Again, all of that comes from the C major bar chord. C note to that triad. I have to move fingers around, but there you go. And then of course we're way back up here at this C. But when you begin to see the little 3-note pockets, the triad shapes, and you memorize what those notes are, and you don't forget that. So you're learning these triad shapes all over the neck and memorizing what those notes are. So it's two things at once. Once you get them under your fingers, make a song out of it. Don't keep it as an exercise. Make it into something. Put your personal musical spin on it. So by starting with two simple chords, we can establish areas around the neck via scales and triads that you will never forget. Use the inlays to help you, the dots. If you take things in manageable chunks, you're more likely to retain the information and be able to call upon it later. Make sure that the next time you pick up the guitar, there's no confusion as to what you learned already. The ultimate goal would be to learn the C major scale all over the fretboard. Again, these are notes that have no sharp or flats, so they're great reference points to know if you go back one, it's flatted, or you go up, it's sharped, depending upon the note. Thank you so much for watching this video. I greatly appreciate it. Remember, at 1,000 subscribers, I'll be giving away a Mythos Mjolnir, and all you have to do is subscribe and you'll be in. All right, thanks again for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.